afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear beloved guests. I'm so delighted to welcome you all for our exciting and entertaining meeting number 125, Dynamic Leader Forum, Area 2, Division H, and District 120. I'm Toastmaster Satish, Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Toastmaster International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through the worldwide network of clubs. It has more than 162,000 clubs in 145 countries. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutual supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Let me share the ground rules of today's meeting. Please keep your noise making devices on silent mode to give respect to the speaker. Please do not move around or speak while a speaker is speaking to give respect to the speaker. Please refrain from talking about sex, religions, and politics to maintain the integrity of meetings. Before before I'm submitting to presiding officer, I'll introducing her. She is an author, soft skill coach, and motivational speaker. She had published 8 novels and 3 audiobooks. She is an international bilingual writer who had published books in Singapore and Germany. She is also a business coach who had conducted training sessions for entrepreneurs and leaders. Let me hand over to the session to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, SAA Toastmasters Satish. A very warm welcome to all of you for our 125th milestone meeting. Let me start with a small story. There was a village. In that village, everyone had some job or business for their own. But unfortunately, due to the recent times, their business have gone down. It was the New Year's Eve. Everyone were not in the mood to celebrate and they were so down because they don't have a reason to celebrate. They thought in that way. On one day, a man looked in a very dignified way. He came to a car owner, a car dealership owner, and he said, I want to buy a car, the costliest car you have in your showroom. I'll give you a check and let me take the car on New Year's Eve. The car dealer was so happy, a good business after a long time. And he suddenly got the move to celebrate the New Year. So he decided, let me treat myself. Let me get something. He thought the furniture in his home was way too old. The sofa in his home was way too old and he wants to change it. So he went to the furniture shop next to his. He bought some good set of furniture and he said, I got a good deal. I'll get the money on New Year. So I will settle you the money on New Year and you can deliver it on that. Now the furniture owner is also so charged up and he thought to treat for himself. He thought to get a jewel for his wife. So he went to the jeweler and ordered a jewel. Same way, one after other, everyone started giving business to the other people inside their village. A day before New Year's Eve, everyone was so happy, so charged up. That day, evening, the day before the New Year's Eve, a young man came to the car dealer and he said, the person who came 10 days before, he was my father. He is not well. He don't know what he did. Might be he would have given something to you and please excuse us. What do you think the car dealer would have felt? Or what do you think the villagers overall would have felt? Let me tell you, they never felt down. They never felt devastated. They never felt sad. In fact, the Josh of the New Year Eve never came down. That point of celebration, the feel of celebrating, renewed themselves, and they started doing things with full of josh. And that is the power of celebration. And now we are here to celebrate our 125th milestone meeting, to charge up, rejuvenate ourselves, and to proceed with full of josh to 150, 200, 250, and so on. So with that celebration mood, let me hand over to today's MC to start up with our meeting. She is a teacher with 15 years of experience. Are we going to have some classroom session today? Don't know. A Triple Crown awardee, a Golden Giver counselor, a club level award winner for humorous speech and TT contest, a speech craft coordinator, chief editor for our prize-winning newsletter, The Pod, and the best teacher award winner. Such an impressive profile. And so I'm so eager to listen what she's going to say. So let me welcome Toastmaster Piratu Selvi to take over the session and conduct our meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, for that vibrant start and generous words. Respected dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and august guests, it's a humble honor and proud privilege to welcome you all to the electrifying 125th session of Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club, themed Zappy Waspy Centennial. A warm good afternoon to all dear friends. Uzbekistan created history in the sensational 44th International Chess Olympiad. India has entered the glorious 76th year of independence, is creating new history in Commonwealth Games. Dear fellow Toastmasters, any sports person, could you please tell me the position of awards in the Commonwealth Games? You can unmute yourself and let me know.
Fourth position.
Fourth position. Yes, we are in the fourth position. We have bagged 22 gold, 16 silver, 23 bronze. On the whole, we have bagged 61 medals. Fellow Toastmasters, do you all know the overall position? As we mentioned, it is the fourth one. That's really hard work. Similarly, today, Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club is adding pages to history by embarking on WASPy Centennial Session. The agenda is power-packed today. Let's have first things first. Our general evaluator is the best version of all the role players. You know why? He has said that. May it be the heart counter or father role, evaluator or husband role, he is the best. He is a vivid reader, an active member of 3 Toastmasters Club. Let us all welcome General Evaluator Toastmaster Venu Alampalli to take over the virtual dais to introduce the auxiliary role players. Over to you, Toastmaster Venu Alampalli.
Thank you. Thank you very much, MC, Master of Ceremony. I'm very happy and also fortunate to be part of this milestone meeting. Being a general evaluator of this meeting, I'm ear and eyes of this meeting today. I'll observe from starting to ending, at the same time, be planning, execution, and at the same time takeaways from this meeting. I'll provide constructive feedback at the end of meeting. For this, I have 2 teams. One is tag team, second is auxiliary team. Now, let me invite one by one my tag team. She is a working, now next role player is a timer. She is a working professional, student, and a mother for a naughty child. She always find time to her fitness. She will do dance at the same time. She will play a badminton during her free time. She is none other than Toastmaster Renuka. Please join me. Welcome Toastmaster Renuka to explain her role responsibilities.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. As the timer today, my role is to alert the speakers about their time intervals using these color-coded flashcards. For the keynote speeches, the time limit is 30 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, I will flash the green card, followed by yellow at 25 minutes, and red at the end of 30 minutes. For the table topic session, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of 1 minute, I will flash green card, followed by yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at the end of 2 minutes. There were a grace time of 30 seconds after the red card is flashed each time to wrap up your speeches. I will come back with my report towards the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renuka. Now, next role player is accountant. She lives in Kerala. She attends meeting in Dynamic Club at Chennai. She studies at Kashmir. She is avid reader. She finds time to read a fiction, non-fiction books. She is none other than Toastmaster Abhinavya. Over to Abhinavya. Please explain your roles, responsibilities.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your kind introduction. A very good afternoon, one and all. I'm Abhinavya, your accountant today. My father is a great speaker. He used to speak in every possible occasions, let it be our annual day function in the school or be any official function in his office or celebrations. Even though the content of his speech used to be too good and informative, but the problem was that he frequently uses filler words such as in his speeches. It is an unconscious action, but the problem is that while we use frequently filler words and illegible words, the quality and the effectiveness of the speech deteriorates. And I'm sure almost every one of you us here are facing such problems while giving a speech. So, as your accountant today, I'll be listening to every one of your speeches very carefully and will be pointing out the number of times you have used any filler words or illegible words. I shall submit my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Abhinavya. Next role player is a grammarian. She was a past president and present entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and she is a mother. She is none other than Toastmaster Satya Akela. Over to you, Satya Akela, to explain your roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Venu. Good afternoon to one and all, and a very happy 125th milestone meeting today. And I'm so proud to be the member of Dynamic Leaders Forum. Roses are red, violets are blue. Incorrect grammar will never be cute. So I expect all of you to be cute today, and I expect everyone will be using the grammar correctly. So today, as a grammarian, I will be making note of all the good usages as well as not so good usages, and will present my report whenever called upon by the General Evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Venu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya. Next role player is the idiom master. He is a Toastmaster since 10 years. He is not only Toastmaster, his entire family is in Toastmaster fraternity. His daughter, his son also in Toastmasters. He worked at different cities in India at the same time and abroad. His career spanned across 30 years. He is none other than Toastmaster Nathan. Over to Nathan. Please explain your roles and responsibility of your role.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Good afternoon. Today's idiom is over the moon. Very simple expression. I'm sure each one of you must be aware of this, must have encountered this many times in your life. Many times, the most simple expressions are often ignored. That is the reason I thought, let me bring this expression to today's session. 125th session, on the verge of 15th August, our 75th Independence Day celebrations. What other expression could be better than this one? This is, I felt, will be very fitting. You can replace this whenever you want to use happy, I'm delighted, I'm ecstatic. You can replace that word with the phrase over the moon. I'm sure each one of you is over the moon today because we are all part of this wonderful session. As a media master, I will be keeping account of this, and whenever general evaluator or other Toastmaster calls me, I will be submitting my report. So do not miss the boat. Use this as frequently as possible. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nathan. Yeah, our next role player is a listening master. He was a working professional in abroad, but he thought he's in India. He returned to India. He started his a dream career. That is, he became a passionate builder. At the same time, a passionate Toastmaster. He is none other than Toastmaster Irshad. Over to Toastmaster Irshad.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venu, for giving me the wonderful opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. So basically, somebody come from non-dynamic Toastmaster, they may be wondering, what is this listening master? We know only tag team, timer, R-counter, and grammarian. This one, it's so special. In a few months back only, I also came to know how important this role is. Do you want to know what is this importance of this role? If you want to know, you just connect with some of the guy who is so successful in their life. You know what they say? I listen to this mentor. Have you ever wondered? Or he will say, this is what my instincts said, do that. That is why I completed. And at the same time also, you'll see that this is what I was not listening to somebody else. That is where I got so much loss in my business or whatever, you know. So if you want to be successful or the other way around, everything, the first point is like the listening. And the second one that will give you knowledge. How do you use that knowledge? And it's up to you. So that is where this role is so important. That is where, you know, I'm performing this role. What I will be doing is like, I will be noting down, you know, some of the, you know, things, you know, what goes in the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, I will be asking you, throwing you some question. And let's see what kind of listening power, you know, what you have. Join with me, definitely. And I don't have any other choice. I will have to listen. And definitely you will as well. And with this, you know, let me hand over back to Toastmaster Venu. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irshad. Our next role player is a meeting observer. He works in pharma industry. He has a mentors inside, outside Toastmasters. At the same time, he has a hobby on society concerns. He gives a motivational sessions, education sessions on health awareness, fitness, and disease control. He is none other than a Toastmaster Anand. Over to you, Anand.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your warm introduction. Today, I am the meeting observer. Whatsoever the meeting is happening, I will make a record. Right? At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the Toastmaster of the day and the General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Now, this is my team, tag team, as well as the auxiliary team. We'll come back at the end of the meeting when MC calls upon. And thank you. What to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venu. Now, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Pragadishwar and Toastmaster Bindu, who plays the role of Zoom Master. Now, moving on to 75th Independence Day of India, I would like to ask you all something. What is the theme for 75th year of independence? Do you know it? Are you all aware of it? We do have a theme for the celebration. Entire India is following the theme. You can unmute yourself and reveal the answer.
Is it Har Ghar Tiranga?
Har Ghar Tiranga?
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Nation first, always first.
Nation first, always
Yes,
first.
yes, very good. It's nation first, always first. So that is the theme for 75th years of independence. Now, moving on to the main show. It's always said that we need to surround ourselves with people who have the same vibration. Toastmasters is one such forum where we grow together. Today, we have an array of dignitaries who graciously agreed to honor the occasion. To start with, she's a dynamic leader and a Toastmaster since October 2016. She started off as Vice President Education and served as Assistant Area Director, Toastmasters Leadership Institute Co-Chair, Area Director, Division Director of Division H, a leadership trainer, a linguist, a psychometric assessor, a coach, a mentor, District Director of 120, who owns 17 years of experience in the learning and development space. Truly overwhelmed. Besides, she is a triple postgraduate holder in mass communication and journalism, linguistics and psychology. She is currently pursuing her PhD. She also has a diploma in criminology. Could we ask her for more? With a wide range of interest, she pursues education based on her passion. With a roaring round of applause, let us welcome the District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Aarti Mangalam. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster, Aarti Mangalam.
Thank you so much, Perutu Selvi, and a very warm good afternoon to all the members and guests who are here to attend the 150th milestone of Dynamic Leaders Forum. I was going through some of the WhatsApp forwards and I found a very apt story for this occasion. There was a village and a kingdom rather, sorry, there was a kingdom, and the way they would decide the king for the kingdom was a magic ball will spew out a name, and whosever name is given by the magic ball will be the king for 5 years to come. But at the end of 5 years, what happens is this particular individual who was the king will be sent to a nearby forest where there was a lot of wild animals, extremely inhabitable to live in, and you would have to go ahead and live in that period after your 5-year reign is over. So while every individual had an opportunity to become the king, in this particular kingdom, people did not want to be the king because they knew what would happen 5 years later. One such change, the next person was supposed to be chosen as the king. One name came out of that ball. The person who got the name was extremely elated and happy, but the entire kingdom was mourning for him because he was enjoying being crowned as the king. But people are thinking about what's going to happen to him 5 years later. His reign was one of the best reigns that kingdom had seen. Years went by, the kingdom prospered, the citizens prospered, and the term came to an end. People were quite genuinely sad to see him go because he had been an amazing king. And they all came to tell their goodbyes and feel sorry for the king. But people were surprised to see that here he was with a bright, smiling face, extremely happy and looking forward to that life in the jungle. They were taken aback. So they asked him, you know that jungle is full of wild animals. You know that it is inhabitable. And you and your family are going to be exiled in that place. How can you be happy about it? For which he said, in those 5 years, while I was focusing on what I could do to the kingdom, for the kingdom, I also had sent a small troop of warriors to go ahead and kill all the wild animals. The second year, I had sent some developers to develop the place. The third year, I made sure the place was fertile and we were able to farm and grow foods. Fourth year, I had a group of people from an island migrate to that particular forest and build a colony. So much so, currently, at the end of 5 years, it is no more a forest, but it is a land full of people looking forward to grow together. Now, why am I even talking about this story at Dynamic Leaders Forum, and why did I say I found the most apt story? Many of you at Dynamic might not know this background. When Dynamic Leaders Forum was chartered, I was the division director of Division F. And I had got this club in my division. So Dynamic Leaders should have been a part of my division. But then the mentors came back and said, can we move this to Division H, because the sponsoring club, which was Ocean's Toastmaster, belonged to Division H. I really didn't think much. A new club moving to another division, and that club is going to survive with the support of the sponsor club. I was extremely happy, and we actually did an exchange. I gave Dynamic Forum to Division H, and I got BNP ISPL in return. But from there, and we are just in a 150th milestone, I can see the kind of development this club has gone through. I've attended one of your meetings before you chartered, which had only 3 people, and the entire meeting was run. That's the kind of diligent effort that's gone into making Dynamic Leaders Forum what it is today. Like the king, you members said, let's go ahead and carve a path for us. Like the king, you worked on making sure that the place was fertile. And see, you all started in the COVID scenario. That exactly when, we were in that first wave of COVID was when this club chartered. And many of us were wondering and worrying if the clubs that chartered during COVID will be able to survive more than 1 year. And that's why I thought the story was apt. You all not made sure that you survived. You all made sure that you thrived. And already I see a lot of leaders coming out of Dynamic Forum Club and participating in the district level. We have an area director from your club. We have Satya, who belongs to the district extended team. Only when people start coming out and participating, that club will thrive. Normally, last year as a PQD, this year as a district director, whenever I go to any club, which is attending its, let's say, 400th milestone or 500th milestone, I have a request. As a club, you guys have gotten so much from this fraternity. I think now it's time for you to commit what you can do to give back to the fraternity. But today, I'm able to make the same request in Dynamic, which is just 150 weeks young, because that's the kind of quality you all have brought in. It's not about the number of weeks that you were in existence, but in about 150 weeks, the quality that I see in Dynamic. And I'm not talking just for the sake of milestone. Let me be honest. Last year, when we gave away awards for best poster, best newsletter, I saw Dynamics poster, Dynamics newsletter participating and also winning. Winning is a byproduct, but the fact you worked on those posters, I'm so sorry. The fact that you worked on the posters, worked on the newsletter, gave it for submission, that itself shows what quality is all about. One of your members was the only person to go ahead and get the mentor award. That's the kind of quality that we are seeing, witnessing consistently in Dynamic Leaders. And so today, while I congratulate all of you on an amazing journey, an amazing job you all done till now, let me also use this opportunity to request you to please go ahead and share the knowledge that you have garnered with our fraternity, whereby teaching, we grow, and the person who learns from us also grows. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I once again thank and wish all of you a wonderful milestone and many such milestones ahead. Back to you, Perathu Selvi.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Aarti Mangalam. Consistency is the key. And we in Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club, we believe in it. We take your words and we will definitely inculcate the value of giving it back to the fraternity. Now, moving on to tomorrow's celebration, I have a question for you all. Who designed our national flag? You can unmute yourself and answer.
Bengali Venkaya.
Fantastic. Our national flag was designed by Pengali Vengaiah. He was the first person to design. It initially had few changes, and then after all the changes inculcated, we have our national flag, which is present now. So the person who first designed our national flag is Pengali Vengaiah. Now, audience, you were fantastic. You were answering, you were interactive, everything is fine. Now, I would like to pause to reflect on the footprints that we have left to touch this remarkable milestone. What did it take for us as Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club to reach where we are today? Let's have a quick walk down memory lane. May we have the video shared? Okay, before we get the video, let us have another question. Yes, we got it. Yes, thank you.
I think the sound is not shared.
Yeah. Thank you, Zoom Master, for sharing the video. If time permits, we will share the video with the audio. Thank you on that. Now, moving on to the next question. What does the color blue of Ashoka Chakra denotes? Can anyone try it out? What does the color of Ashoka Chakra denotes? It's in blue color. So what does it denote?
24 hours per day.
No.
Sacrifice.
Truth.
No. Peace.
Law.
Peace.
No.
Law.
It tells us
Knowledge.
about the. Yes, please.
Knowledge.
No.
Is it about the time? Time.
It tells us about continuous progress of the country. The color of Ashoka Chakra tells us that the continuous process of the country. Thank you on that. Now moving on to the next dignitary. The program quality director, who graciously agreed to be with us on this momentous occasion. She is a software engineer by profession and a public speaker by passion. She holds a postgraduate on artificial intelligence and machine learning. She has worked in various roles as pre-sales consultant, operations manager, and design architect. 9 years as a Toastmaster, she has held office in various capacities at club, area, division, and district levels. She was a sponsor for 5 clubs and mentor for 3 clubs. She is known for her president's Distinguished Area Director, Star Division Director, a podium finisher in division level table topic and international speech contest. Such a charismatic leader. We invite Distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri to address the gathering. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri.
Thank you, Perathu Selvi. It is wonderful to see you all on the virtual mode. One of the favorite quotes that I get reminded during every Independence Day is that freedom is not free. Whenever you have a great power, there is also a great responsibility that comes in. So when I see this club growing in leaps and bounds, one of the clubs that has been always energetic, always charismatic right from the beginning, I don't think there was ever a low moment in this club where probably there was something dull or something not happening. It's only what next. So today it's Milestone, sometime later it is newsletter, sometime later the club does some sort of a drive or some sort of a contest. There is a beautiful culture in this club where you keep doing something more and more interesting and you keep challenging yourself. And I think that is the responsibility that you all hold as a club, which has to be a pioneer role model club. Though, I mean, we say that for humans also, age is just a number. I feel the same holds for every club as well. Age is just a number. It doesn't matter how old the club is. What matters is the culture, the kind of environment that we set up here, the hope that we give for every member who walks in, that they can walk out to be a very different person if they work with the members here. I think that is the responsibility that the club holds. I'm reminded of a anecdote that I came across from one of my favorite speakers, Bharati Bhaskar. I think it's very relevant to what I'm speaking about here. So there was once a person who was walking in the desert. Unfortunately, he lost his transportation, so he has to travel a particular distance by walk, before which he would probably able to meet people and get help. And I think most of us relate to what a desert is like. You see sand and all dry area for any place that up to the horizon that your eyes can see. There is no human or even any organism that you can see in your vicinity. So beyond the climatic conditions, there is also a psychological challenge that you don't feel like you will be able to make it, that at some point you will be able to get help. So this person has to cross this desert by walk, and at some point he sees that there is a very small hut kind of a structure from a very big distance. But looking at that hut, he sees that hope, and then he starts running fast and somehow makes it to the place. Now, once he goes there, he sees that there is a water pump and there is a bottle of water with half of it available there. Now, he has 2 options. He could either satiate his thirst by drinking that cup of water, but obviously that's not going to be enough for him to go forward. But that is definitely a assured return that he can get if he drinks that. But then he sees that there is a note that says that pour this water into the pump and start pumping, you will start getting water. Now, he being the typical human, he tries to pump without pouring the water, but only dry air comes out. There is no sign of water. Now, he has 2 options, either to take a risk or be satisfied with what he could do. Now, he decides that anyway, this is not going to help me. Let me risk it up. Let me give it all and see what happens. And then he pours the water into the pump. He starts pumping. The dry air keeps coming. But something tells him that he keeps trying. Something might happen. And probably in the 20th or 25th strike that he did, a drop of water comes up. And then he gets so excited. He starts pumping up. Water starts flowing and gushing. And then he drinks to his heart's content. And then he fills up that bottle again. And then below the note, puts on the date and says, you know what, it works, just give it all. And then he moves forward because now he's more energetic. Now, today, the club is celebrating 125th milestone meeting, which means you have spent about 2.5 years. Most of you would have been part of this club for that long. Now, all of you have the responsibility to tell the new members that, you know what, it might look as if nothing is working. Probably the online mode is making it boring for you, or probably you feel that what's more, I mean, we have already come across, I'm able to communicate a bit, okay, there is nothing new. And then people come up with points such as, I have my daughter's exam tomorrow, I have a family function today, I have guests at home today, so I can't take time out. There could be a number of reasons why people cannot make it to the meeting and cannot work on themselves. But trust me, they all want to travel the journey. And you as a person definitely understand that this is something that definitely works, because otherwise you wouldn't have spent 2.5 years in this forum, right? A meeting every week on a Sunday and only purely on online mode, I believe, right? I don't think you have all met in person, had a meeting at any point of time. So whether it's online or in person, the importance is that you commit to this thing that's going on here. I mean, I cannot call it as a movement or just as a club meeting, because it's much beyond that. This is something that you commit to for life. And then you will see that the return on investment that you get and you help others get is something that's magical. It may be difficult for people to believe. So I request all the members of this wonderful club to hold that responsibility, because today you're not a emerging club. Today you're not a new club. You have set a standard for yourself. You have set a brand for yourself. And every member in this club, it's not the president or the excom or the area director who holds the responsibility. Every member who are directly and indirectly part of this club holds the responsibility to sow that seed of hope for every person who crosses this hut, which is waiting to provide them with a lot of water, which is probably their knowledge, their hope, their ability to communicate, become a better leader. I'm pretty sure you're already on the track, but I thought on a milestone meeting, it's good to reminisce what we have done so far and the big responsibility that we all hold together for the future to come. So it's a wonderful journey that you've all traveled so far. You've created a wonderful brand. Keep improving that and keep creating those best practices. I'm pretty sure this is definitely a plethora of knowledge space where people can definitely get transformed. My best wishes for celebrating more and more together. And I would be very happy to travel with you all along and help you and be along with you in every part as we can. Happy Independence Day and happy milestone for everybody who is associated with Dynamic Leadership Forum. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. Age is just a number, as you rightly said. We are, as also Aarti ma'am mentioned, we are reciprocating, and we will definitely motivate, influence the newcomers to achieve or learn and grow together. Thank you on that. Now, a special session doesn't mean that we are deprived of knowledge and information. Now, we are going to witness an educational session right from the place of gods by a prominent speaker, an advocate who empowers adults and youth through leadership and effective communication, an entrepreneur of the Kirlan Speakers team. She provides workshops and training in marketing, public relations, communication, leadership, sales, and success planning, in addition to giving public speaking keynotes. Among her courageous attempts, she was a successful landing on TEDx stage in 2020, authoring her soon-to-be-launched first book, The Phases of Flowers. She is a Toastmaster since 2010. A member of 5 districts, have served as past Hawaiian District Director and currently Hawaii District 49 Public Relations Manager. Today, she shares her wealth of over 40 years of experience and knowledge with us in her presentation, Impact. Dear fellow Toastmasters, please allow me. Yes, I'm decked up. Dear Toastmasters, please allow me and put your hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Rose Kirlin from Hawaii District 49. Hola, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much for that beautiful, warm welcome. And you know, I always felt that we have so much in common because you drape yourself with these wonderful succulent flowers, and so do we in our expressions of friendship and of affection. We call it aloha, and here you are welcoming me in that same spirit. Thank you so much. It's no wonder you do so well. I have to share with you that I have been in awe of this whole time listening to every single one of you speaking. All of you are driven with passion, and you really do care about what you do, and your words are authentic. When I grew up, among 15 of us, I was number 13 of 15 brothers and sisters. When I grew up, I would just look up to them and they seemed like giants in my life. And today, here in this meeting, you are giants in our lives. You are a Toastmaster club that needs to take your club on a world tour to help so many clubs get recharged, re-energized, rejuvenated, and refreshed. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your 125th milestone. Also, congratulations, India, on making 75th independence. That is amazing. May you all have best 75 wishes all year long this year. Count them out, and may you have all 75 of them. Let me share with you that growing up, my mom and dad would often give us words from indigenous upbringing, from ancestral upbringing. And one of the words was, unfolded by the waters are the faces of flowers. And for us, what that means is what I heard about our program quality director speaking about how precious water was. And he kept trying and trying to get the water. For us, growing up in Hawaii, water is everything. It is an essence of survival. We can go without food, but water and air is so essential. And when you have good waters, you have thriving, good environment, good conditions. Therefore, the faces of flowers bloom. And that's what I saw in the few minutes that I had the privilege, honor, and I am so lucky today to be here. And I saw all the faces of flowers because you have what we call the perfect waters, thriving in this perfect waters of your club, your energies. We can all bloom. I'd like to share with you a little bit more about myself. And so I will be sharing my screen, if that's all right with everyone. And it'll just be for a little bit. I'm not a big proponent about PowerPoint because I know how sometimes it drives us crazy watching that, watching me, watching you. So I'll be very brief with that. But I'd like to share a little bit about myself, a little bit more, so that you get an idea of where I come from. This is just a little glimpse of some of my sisters and brothers. I'm not the littlest one sitting on the knees of my elder sister. I'm the cute one between all my brothers. Don't you think so? Yeah. And then I have children of myself, but they bring home chickens. They love chickens. I don't know why, but every chicken around the islands that seems homeless finds their way to our place. And of course, I love pets. And you see, even they bring home the eggs that are on the wayside. I am in the mortgage field, financing, and of course, I was fortunate to share my stories on TEDx. And also a passage director. But as I had said, to Uma when she contacted me, some of my favorite things are friends, family, and food. I love food, and I'm looking forward to coming to India and having some of your food. I love the curries. And just recently, as a token to my mother and father, I have launched the publish of my book, The Faces of Flowers, bringing out some of the things that she taught us, the wisdom. I want to take us straight into the journey. You have started a journey over 2 years ago, and now you are finding more and more your way through the roadways, up through the hills. I make this trip on this road in Hawaii almost every other day. So when you come to Hawaii, I will take you on this road with me and you will see the majestic mountains. We have been through, as many of our distinguished leaders shared earlier, the winds of change. We have been through the suffering of pandemic. And so let's talk about that a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to get some audio assistance, but thanks for the drum roll. I appreciated it. In the winds of change, let's talk about that a little bit. You started out during the time that the pandemic just creeped up. You, like many other clubs, stuck with it. Even if you only started out with 3, you kept going and you believed in it. And that is the power of belief. Let me share with you a story of when I grew up and wanted to go to a very astute, expensive private school. Growing up with 15 children in Hawaii, with a disabled father who took ill at a very young age and a mother who really could not go to work, we were strapped with just a stipend income from the state. To us, we didn't know what poverty was until we started to grow up. We thought life was great, playing in the mud, throwing dirt at each other. We didn't know what toys or things were like other kids had. But one day I saw someone in a uniform that I just knew I had to go to that school. I wanted so much to wear this beautiful uniform. It had sailor stripes and a collar, naval collar. I was dreaming about it the whole time. And I thought, if I could just go to the school, it will be over the moon for me. I prayed that I could go to this school. And of course, my brothers would say, get that out of your mind. Stop dreaming. Dreams don't come true for us. Did you notice where we live, how we live, what we don't have to live with? But then there is always someone that if you believe, they will help you with your beliefs. Do you agree? I kept believing that it was possible. I would run around the house saying to everyone, just think, if I could go to this school, I would wear nice blue navy colored skirts and blouses. Just think how cute I would be. So one day, my elder sister and my mother, together with the rest of the family, found our way to this school. And they approached the sisters of the school, and the sisters listened to their plea and said in reply to them, "Thank you so much, but your pocketbook doesn't fit ours." Now, there are things that we could do. You could give up, correct? You could say, forget it, give up, it's no hope, no use. But instead, just like this club's members that chartered and started, their sponsors, the mentors, and the members that came together, my 2 elder sisters said to them and said, "Provincial Mother, I think that my sisters would be ideal for this school because you are now helping someone in the community who wants an education, who wants to excel with your help. Why don't we help you with the janitorial services because I see that you have quite a high bush of weeds in the garden. So there it was. We were let into the school because someone observed a way in. And the observation, just like you have today, an observation row, someone saw that. And through that, creativity came into place and we were let into the school. Now there was another problem. How were we going to get to the school? We had no vehicle. We somehow found a way to the school, but we couldn't depend on that way all the time to go to school, correct? My sisters again thought really deep and hard. And it was election year. They decided to knock, knock, knock on the door of the new mayor. And they went in and the mayor said, "Oh, how can I help you?" Of course, they let out their case saying, "Mayor, if you could give my sisters some bus passes, that would really be helpful so they could go from here to there." The mayor said, "Well, I can't really do that." Oh no, my sisters again, great observers, noticed that and reminded that he had posters all over his office, "Re-elect me." So my sisters approached him and had one of his aides take a photograph. So why don't you take a photograph of my sisters next to the mayor? The photographer did. And then my sisters posted him, planting the seed, planting the ideas that you are in the right place and you are going to be doing the right thing by helping out these poor girls. So she said to them, "Doesn't this look great? What a wonderful poster this would be in your campaign, that here is the mayor that you should re-elect because they can see that you, Mr. Mayor, are reaching out to the community to actually physically help one person at a time, because you can also put the slogan, reach one, help one, or help one, make it, or something like that." He loved it. Immediately, he called in his aides and said, "All right, let's arrange this. I don't really think it's okay, but I think it's okay." He was going back and forth, babbling. He really should have joined Toastmasters. And he said, "Well, if your family is agreeable and it would be reasonably safe, we have a bus line coming out from your area directly to the neighborhood of your school, but it has what we call transitional transportation people." And my sister said, "Transitional, where they sort of work back into society after serving some time." I just said, "Oh, those kind of people. Okay, sure. We get along with all kinds of people." Of course, we're little girls. We have no clue that they were ex-prisoners, but hey, they too have a chance to make it great in life, right? Everyone has a chance. So there we were, two baby sisters, myself and my baby sister, number 15, on the bus every year for as long as I can remember, back and forth to school until my family was able to afford a vehicle. I share this story with you because everywhere we go, every time we say something, do something, just our expression has an impact on someone. When my sisters and brothers did that, knowing that, yes, I'm a dreamer, when they did that, it changed my whole life. It made an impact for me. But more importantly, they thanked myself and my baby sister for impacting their lives, for giving them the strength and confidence and courage that, yes, there is a good thing going on here, and let's be part of it. That's how powerful you are when you impact change. Sometimes change doesn't happen all at once, but during that pandemic, little by little, you impacted in such a way that you did shift the winds of change. I'd like to share with you that that same year, District 49, when I was their PRM, Public Relations Manager, was the only district in the United States that ever made Distinguished District. And it was the same energy, the same enthusiasm, the same vibrancy that took us over the moon, just like you, to become so impactful for others to follow, for others to witness. And what's most important, for others, you give hope. Hope is so important. There are so many of us that without you realizing, even as I listen to your talks today, how much hope you give, even to myself when I'm thinking, oh, I don't know about that. And then I hear you speak. And that's why it's so important that we do gather and break with each other words of wisdom, encouragement, inspiration, and motivation. And words that come out of truth. As your district director said, I speak the truth. And that is what is most impactful, is when we are so authentic that there is no way that we could have made it up. There's no way we could make something up like that. I'd like to now share my screen again one more time, if that is all right with all of you. And here I go. I love the Zoom, you know, it's so technical, savvy. Now, I heard someone say that they are the listener role functionary. What is unique about this club, and congratulations for being so unique, for standing out in front of the crowd, is that listening is so critical. Be an active listener. You know, when you have that eye contact for Zoom, I know you hate looking at the camera because you want to look at the gallery and see everybody smiling and everything, but we have to have eye contact, and that's the only way. So doing that, and when you're in person, having a real conversation with someone is the eyes. My mom would always say, it is through someone's eyes that you can feel their soul. And that's why eye contact is so important. When you share your authenticity in this club, whether it's virtual or whether you meet each other outside of the club, you can tell that someone is really sincere by their eye contact, by the way they face you as a speaker, by the way they, sometimes if they're not quite sure they're hearing what you're saying, asking you back that same question. I think this is what I heard you say. And by not allowing anything to distract them, like how things might pop up, a sound or things like that, and we giggle it off. This is what we all do in Toastmasters, right? This is what communication is all about. And I have to applaud you that, wow, I am going to take back so many ideas to all the other districts that I am a member of and say, you should have a listener, you should have an observer, and you should have an idiom, because over the moon is where this club is. They are top notch. So I congratulate and applaud you for that. The next thing I want to show you is that in today's world, there's more than just a handshake and getting together like how we used to be meeting with each other. We communicate so much through digital world, through the metaverse, through virtual platforms. And in that, we need to also be careful how we communicate, because sometimes it's misinterpreted. Sometimes we get a bomber, things like that. I'm sure you've never experienced that, where they hack your account and suddenly you're all over the place as someone else, right? But these are also new forms of communication, and we do need to be careful of that. And fortunately, your club registers attendees. And that is what's the great part about cybersecurity. So in your 125th milestone, you have progressed so much. I can see it. And yet you still continue to grow and thrive and explode with epic events and meetings. So congratulations again. I can't say enough of that. But I want to leave you the last thing that my mom would say. And I found out that she wasn't the only one that said it, that it was said by someone very popular, a writer. But one of the most greatest impacts that I have ever learned about, as far back as I can remember, is kindness. If it wasn't for the kindness of my family to help me fulfill one of my dreams, and if it wasn't for, okay, maybe I could do that, the kindness reciprocal of the people who actually helped us in that school, we wouldn't be able to go very far. So kindness, as my mom would say, is the language which the deaf can hear, and the language that the blind can see. So remember that your impact is powerful. In fact, I know coming into this meeting today that you radiate with kindness, so much so that you understand that a deaf and a blind person feels it because you have impacted their life. I'm going to stop my share now and just say to all of you, 125 is a big number. That is a very big number. I hope one day I can live to 125 too. And I will have to have you all come if you're there to celebrate, because it's a big number. It's a big achievement. Dynamic Leaders Forum, what a great name. However you chose the name, what a great name, because you kept truth. You're dynamic. You are helping leaders become better leaders. And it's a forum where you all share why you are here. What a dynamic group that you are. The other thing that I want to share with you is that when we partake in the Toastmasters activity, we have an opportunity to share our stories. And when we tell our stories, we directly impact listeners. You may not hear the feedback right away. You might even hear a generic feedback of the pathway style. What you excelled in, what you need to improve on, what you could challenge yourself. But sometimes you don't hear then the difference you have made in someone's life. I know as a fact that each of us here has had someone reach out to us one day out of the blue and said, you know, you probably don't remember me. It was 3 years ago that I heard you speak at da-da-da-da-da. And did you know that one sentence changed my life? That is the power of your personal power. That is the power of your love, your care, so kind of you to share. Tell your story when you come to Toastmasters, because someone needs to hear it, even if it's yourself to hear it again, to help yourself remember, reflect, recall. And I am going to close with this story. Many, many moons ago, when I was very, very young, an empowering business mortgage banker, I wanted so much to get to the top. I wanted to be above everyone else. It was a long weekend. It was Good Friday. Oh, sorry, my dogs are getting excited. It was Good Friday. I scooted my husband at the time and my little toddler off to visit the family on another island. In Hawaii, there are 8 islands. I lived on one, and my mother and the family lived on the main island. And we were all supposed to go to a gathering, family gathering. You know how India has wonderful festivals. I read your newsletters about congratulations, festivals, celebrations. I think that's awesome. I love celebrations. We definitely are sisters at heart, for sure, and brothers at heart, for sure. Of course, my family was very saddened and disappointed that I would forgo family for work. Because the order in my family, being that I come from a family of several spiritual and religious sector, my mother was a daughter's minister from Calvinist Germany area. My father was Catholic. My children were raised Buddhist. It went on and on and on. So they were quite disappointed that I would do that, because in our family, it's our spiritual beholder, our ones that we connect with for our strength and our soul and our comfort, and then family, and then work. It doesn't come other ways. I did stay back, and I went to the office, and I thought, oh, great, I can get all my work done. But then I got hungry. I got really hungry. But I was so obsessed with getting ahead that I refused to get up and go through the drive-through and get something decent. I looked in the office refrigerator, and there was a lone peach, just one fruit, a peach, because I had forgotten. It's a long weekend. Everybody cleaned out the refrigerator. Why would there be any food left in there? I was so hungry. I reached for it. I grabbed it. I chewed it again. And then the phone rang. I reached for the phone. I chewed the peach at the same time. And the seed had lodged in my throat. I was on the floor. It was awful. I could feel myself turning color. I could feel my head losing air. By some miracle, I was able to unlodge the peach. And what happened, that peach pit, is that I sat back and relaxed after I had struggled for quite a while. I thought it was centuries. And I thought to myself, wow, this is not going to look good for me. I'm trying to get ahead, but here I am in the office on a weekend. I'm totally not dressed professionally. I have baby puke and stain all over me. I had a toddler, right? I was not dressed with proper shoes. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to find me. I'm going to be stiff and not pretty. And because I started to laugh at myself that this is what you get for putting the wrong priorities in place, boom, out popped the pit because I laughed so much. I share this story now with you, another story of the two, because there are certain things in life that matter more than some things that we tend to think about, right? And I swore to myself from that day that life matters, and that from here on in, make every moment count instead of waiting for that perfect moment. I was waiting for that perfect moment to be the star before I could do anything with my family, plan vacations, etc. But here I learned from that experience to make every moment perfect instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Did this impact someone's life when they heard me tell this story at a school one day to seniors? Do you think that might have impacted someone's life? Years later, this person called me back and said to me, my daughter became a doctor because of what you said and what you did, because she realized that going to school versus just working for her passion was the way to go. Yes, you impact people's lives. Yes, how, when, you just never know. You could have dropped a coin into a hat on the way to the store. Who knows what it was? We make a difference every day. Every action, every wink, every smile could have packed someone's life. Continue to be the dynamic leaders that you are. Continue to be impactful, and may you always shine brightly with vibrancy. Continue your energy, because your electricity really does shock the world and sparks us to move on. Thank you so much for having me here today. I am so honored, and congratulations again on your 125th milestone. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Rose Kirlen. There's nothing like sea breeze to put a smile on our face. I love the ocean. I have always liked the blue, so tranquil and peaceful. But our keynote speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Rose Kirling, the impact she brought in by delivering her speech, no ocean on earth can give us. The insightful thought, the values you inculcated, the values which your mother stressed. When you speak the truth, it is always from your heart. Open your eyes, and that is when you can reach others' soul. All these quotes or lines created an impact. We all are really blessed to hear to you speak, ma'am. Thank you for that. Now, as our distinguished Toastmaster Rose Kirlet said, on behalf of Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club, I request you to accept a token of appreciation.
Thank you so much for this. Aww. I'm going to cry.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Through someone's eyes, you feel the soul. This is what our keynote speaker said. I request all the Toastmasters to turn on your videos. We can have a group picture with our distinguished Toastmaster keynote speaker, Rose Kirlen. I request you all to turn on your videos. A bright white smile. Zoomaster, are we done with the photograph?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion in their commitment to excel regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. A club growth director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohana Krishnan, stands up to the above quote. He is attending Toastmasters International Convention at US, representing District 120. Let us watch the message shared by our club growth director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohana Krishnan.
Hi, Dynamic Leaders Forum, Toastmasters Club. Good afternoon. Hope you're all doing good. 125th milestone meeting. Wow. Congratulations on your milestone meeting and all the best for all your future meetings. It's not so easy to reach even 125th milestone number, right? Because I know what it takes, what dedication it takes from not just the XCOM officers, but also the members. So to all the members of Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club, right from the charter president, charter members, till the newest member. Take pride in how far I've come and have faith in how far I can go. You've been successful. I don't have to call it again, but just want to reiterate. Uh, Please be there for the members. Be there for each other. Take care of each other's needs. Find out why a member joined Toastmasters. Not just the new member, right? Even the existing members or the old members. Sometimes we join here for some other reason and then we end up becoming something else. So always try to talk to each other, find out why someone joined, and make sure that they are on track with why they joined here in Toastmasters. Um, Executive committee members of Dynamic Leader Forum Toastmasters Club, uh, you're doing a brilliant job. I regularly see your flyers, videos, whatnot. A very good publicity practice that you're doing. Keep doing it. Do everything that delivers member experience to the members. Most importantly, it's not just your club, your area, your division, and the district will always need your support. So please be there to extend your support to all of us outside your club as well. Once again, congratulations to all of you at Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club on your milestone. Keep doing everything that you do. Let's do what we love and do a lot of it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your commitment, sir. We received your message and happy on that. We would definitely follow your words and move our club to next level. Now moving on to tomorrow's celebration. Hope you all are aware about it. 75th Independence Day. Now I have a question for you. Name the tallest statue in the world. You can unmute yourself and answer. Name the tallest statue in the world.
Statue of Unity.
Yes, it is Statue of Unity, which is 600 feet, that is 182 meters. So the world's tallest statue is in India and it is Statue of Unity. Now moving on to the next dignitary, the one who is the founder of EduSeed. She holds bachelor's in engineering at PS Tech Coimbatore. They have trained school children in the field of coding and robotics. They have conducted over 2,000 hours of live sessions for more than 200 students across the globe. She has also developed educational applications for Android and iOS. Our applications help students crack aptitude for several competitive exams and have been downloaded by more than 2 million users. This is one of their proud achievements. Past area director in 2017-18. Young Entrepreneur Award from JCI and Chamber of Commerce, Virudhunagar. Dear fellow Toastmasters, join me in welcoming Distinguished Toastmaster Sashi Dharani. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sashi Dharani.
Thank you, MC. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm over the moon addressing the members of Dynamic Leaders Forum on your milestone meeting. It took 200 years for India to become independent. Innumerable individuals worked day by day, progressed inch by inch, and built India day by day. Today, we shine in the freedom reaped out of their efforts. The same way, here we have a club which has advanced week by week over a period of 2 years, 125 weeks, and has emerged as one of the strongest clubs in our Division H and District 120. We can see the 4 core values of Toastmasters upheld so strongly by the club: respecting each and every member, integrity, service to the fraternity, and continuous pursuit of excellence. At the awards night, we were able to see this club bag plenty of awards and serve as an inspiration to all the clubs in our division. The Indian philosopher Osho says that a tree can better be called as treeing instead of a tree. He says that the tree is not static. It keeps changing continuously. New leaves appear. Old leaves fall. New flowers blossom and old flowers wither. It changes continuously. So it's not fair that we call it tree and just make it static. Besides, a river has to be better called as rivering, is his opinion. He says because the river moves continuously and it's never constant. And he also says that every object around us keeps changing in one way or the other and has to be referred as a verb. Maybe that's why we are all called living beings and not live beings. The same way we change, we unlearn and learn as Toastmasters. We don't stay the same when we become a Toastmaster. We change, develop, and progress after every speech that we give, every role that we take, and every meeting that we attend. Here, we're not just Toastmasters, we're all Toastmastering. We are changing ourselves, we are learning, we are continually improving in this journey. So the next time someone asks you what you are, tell them we're all Toastmastering together, changing ourselves continuously, improving and progressing in this journey together. So this way, let us all keep Toastmastering together, learning and applying the lessons in our professional and personal life as well. And for all of us to reach this space, there was someone who helped us rise up, someone who motivated us, someone who gave us a helping hand. A ladder is something that helps a person climb step by step. So today, I would request all of you to become that ladders to the people who are seeking support. Help them, mentor them, help them rise up, help them climb step by step. Let us all practice laddership at our Division H. So we've all received it from someone. Now let us all give back and serve the fraternity. Whenever we travel on the road, we see a milestone. It often tells us how long we have to go ahead. The same way, your milestone meeting today tells us the beautiful path that lays ahead in front of us. And I'm all excited to travel this beautiful path along with all of you together in our division. Let us all grow together and learn together. Best wishes to the entire club, right from the Charter President and Area Director, Toastmaster Ashwati, the past presidents, Toastmaster Sri Devi, Toastmaster Satya, the current president, Toastmaster Uma, the senior members, Manju ma'am, Irshad sir, all the experienced and the new members, and to each and everyone who has built this club so strong that it shines bright in the district. So keep more of it coming, and I'm really excited to be a part of your meeting. Thank you so much, and over to you, MC.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sashidharani. You have brought in the vibrance in the virtual drop. The voice, the impact which you created is more. The most important part, what I loved about yours is, it's not leadership, it is laddership. Leaders are the one who help others to grow. So leadership turned into laddership would do wonders. And improvement should be continuous. Hope we take all those takeaways from your speech. Thank you on that. Now moving on to the quiz part. Now we are going to travel to the other part of the world. That's Hawaii. Do you all know the meaning of the word Hawaii? You can unmute yourself and answer. What is the meaning or origin of the word Hawaii? No idea? Shall I? Hawaii, it means place of gods or homeland. So what is the meaning of it? It's nothing but place of gods. Now, any meeting without the impromptu speak session would not be a complete one. So our next topic is TT. Gear up your seats and be ready. Let's hear it from someone who wears various hats as a lecturer, dance teacher, IT professional, teacher, entrepreneur, reading consultant, author, trainer, storyteller. Is there anything that is left? No. She is the founder, director at League of Little Legends. Truly an inspiration to all of us. Today, happily drawing the heart of Table Topic Master. Let us invite Toastmaster Sridevi Srinivasan, who plays the role of Table Topic Master. Toastmaster Sridevi Srinivasan, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Perathu Selvi, for the wonderful introduction. Thank you for the generous words. Welcome everyone to the Dynamic Leaders Forum's 125th milestone meeting, and we are all very happy to celebrate our 76th Independence Day tomorrow. Today, I am going to be your table topic master, and today it's a fun table topic session. And everyone who are going to take part in the session will definitely go over the moon. I'm very sure about it. So don't miss to take part in it. So let me explain how you have to play this table topic speech today. So I will be calling out the first volunteer, and the first volunteer will decide to whom they will give a gift within this forum or outside the forum. It is fine. So you will have to give one gift, and you have to say that is the best gift you can give. You have to explain why it is the best gift you are giving to this particular member. But the gift is chosen by me. So whatever gift I'm showing you, you have to give that gift as the best gift to the second volunteer. So now who is ready to take up this challenge? May I see some hands raising? Who is ready to give the gift? Yeah, giving is what the Dynamic Leaders Forum should do now. So I think should come forward to give. Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Nathan is here to give his gift. Distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, to whom do you want to give the gift? You are on mute.
You choose the person.
Okay. Yeah, you can choose anyone from the forum. So you will be comfortable talking to.
Okay, the former president, Toastmaster Satya Agila.
Okay, Toastmaster Satya Agila, can we have you spotlighted? Fantastic. Okay, so this is the gift you are going to give Toastmaster Satya Agila, and you can create your own story about the gift and why you are giving it to her. So timer, make note of the time.
Oh, this is crayons, right?
Pen.
What is this, crayons?
It's a pen. It's a pen.
It's a pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Recently, I read a quote. No one was ever honored for what he received. You are always honored for something what you give it to this world. So, on that thinking, I would like to give this pen to Toastmaster Satya Agila. Why do I choose this? Because I know Toastmaster Satya Agila in the past couple of years has blossomed, has developed into a great leader. And I also know her passions. She wants to be a great leader. She wants to write a book. She wants to be an author. And she is coming up with impressive quotes. Even today, the way she introduced her role with a quote, she proves that she has been a voracious leader. And with this pen, I'm sure she will keep writing, not only for her to remind her about the valuable insights, but also to tell the world about what she learned in Toastmasters, as well as her message to this world, so that the world becomes better and better for all of us. So that is what I would like to give this Toastmaster, this pen, so that all of us stand to benefit from her insights, from her learnings. I'm sure each one of you would agree this reason for what I would like to give it to Toastmaster Satya Agila. Over to you, Toastmaster.
That's fantastic, sir. You just made the Toastmaster Satya Aguila fly over the moon. I'm very sure about it. Now it's your turn, Sir Toastmaster Satya Aguila. So everyone gets this gift. So today you have to give the gift that I'm going to show to Toastmaster Nathan. Yeah, this is a straw. It's a silly straw. It's a very lengthy straw. So you have to give this as a gift to Toastmaster Nathan. Go.
So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to give a return gift to one person who gave a gift today. And it's going to be a straw. So usually we use straw to suck something out. So in the same way, I see distinguished Toastmaster Nathan is a source through which we can get out, we can grab lot of things, we can get out lot of things, lot of ideas, lot of knowledge from our distinguished Toastmaster Nathan. So I think this is going to be a perfect gift for him. And this is going to be a long straw that he can use it not only to get the output from others, not only from one single person, he can use it for many others also. He can get a lot of inputs from other persons also. So definitely this gift, I think this is not only used in kitchen, but we can use it in Toastmastering also. So I am over the moon today to give this return gift to distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, and thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sridevi, for this gift.
Thank you. So you have given me the gift of saying distinguished Toastmaster. I'm yet to get that position. Thank you so much. And you have given my gift too now. So thank you so much, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nathan and Toastmaster Satya Aguila. May I have the next set of volunteers? The first volunteer. Yeah. Who is ready? Okay, if you're not going to give the gift, I am going to give you another question. So there is a bumper prize also available, so don't miss the chance.
Can I?
Yeah, Toastmaster Janaki. Yes, Toastmaster Janaki. Whom do you choose to give the gift to?
Toastmaster Renuka.
Toastmaster Renuka. Okay, our timer.
Yes.
Yes, that's fantastic. So Toastmaster Janaki, you are going to give the gift that I'm showing you now. Let me share my screen. Water balloons. You have to give water balloons as gift to Toastmaster Renuka, and please explain why you are giving this.
Okay. I have spoken to a lot of Toastmasters from this group, and the conversations I had with them was like limited. Even with Toastmaster Renuka, is a limited conversation. But the final note of that conversation ended up in a sweet way. And when I was talking to her, or when I kept the phone and I happened to text with her, I happened to find she's a funny person with an idea to start something new, take it up in life and work it forward. And she always approached it from the entertainment part of it. And she loved it. That's what I found it in her. And whenever you speak with her, it's very hard to break the shell and speak with her. Once you did it, you will know how humorous she is. She is humorous. You will know. And like, she starts with some satirical statement and she takes forward the conversation. And she also makes sure that we keep the phone or the receiver with a fun way. That's what I personally felt with her. And whatever the fun items I can give to her, and I will give. And the water balloons are one of the funniest things we used to do it in our college days. Those farewell moments are ended up with the water balloons. So I would love to give her the water balloons, and most probably I'll be in there. She'll be splashing it on me.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm extremely delighted to share this water balloons with you too. And, let me also join the game with you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Janaki and Toastmaster Renuka. Now it is your turn, and you are going to give Toastmaster Janaki punching pad. Yes, Toastmaster Renuka. Toastmaster Renuka, would you like to give that gift?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go.
Actually, I like this gift, so I can give it to Janaki only because she is also a very funny person. So whenever I talk with her, she is very sweet. She is explaining whatever I want to talk with her. She will explain all those things, and she will give more information and very enthusiastic also. So I can give her this is more thing.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renuka. And now may we have the next set of volunteers. Probably I'll call someone from the guest. Can we have distinguished Toastmaster Sheshadri? Distinguished Toastmaster Sheshadri?
Yeah. Want to see me?
Oh, yeah. So would you like to give a gift or would you like to choose a topic?
Your choice. Give it to you.
I'll give you a topic. If you can be invisible to everyone for a day, what would you do? So here is the gift of invisibility to you. What are you going to do with your invisibility?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Dynamic Leaders Forum, for the Milestone meeting out here. Invisible is something I want to always be, but the fact remains is that whenever you are off office or outside the place, there are people who chase you. In fact, I was really overwhelmed by the chasing done by your team members for this to attend this Milestone meeting. I had 3 or 4 invitations which had come in from till today morning. In fact, I've been chasing milestones to reach here because I was traveling and I was just now about 3:30 I reached home and I thought I should be part of this meeting. So that's how I've been chasing time to reach out here this Milestone meeting. Basically, invisibility is something which everybody wants to have because probably mother-in-law wants to, or daughter-in-law wants to have invisibility towards the mother-in-law. Likewise, for us from our bosses. Unfortunately, nobody wants to be invisible in the Toastmasters meeting. That is something which we want unique yourselves to be present out there and be available and also visible to all of them. But also want us to be on stage, at least to parties on the virtual stage, to be available and visible all the time. So this invisibility is an exception for Toastmasters meeting. Hopefully that invisible nature, which you are giving us a gift, is an exemption for the Toastmasters here out here. That would be the best gift I think we'll give it to them, to be visible all the time, because that's the motto of Toastmasters, and we should be visible wherever options are available to us and opportunities are available to us. And I think this is one more opportunity for me to be visible and be part of my existing club, which I was handling about a month ago or so. Happy that this invisibility is not there for me, so I want to be visible. Invisibility could be there, but we see that most of the people say there are a lot of things which are invisible in us, but the fact remains that invisibility becomes visible when you do an act which actually makes it to unfind or unfound it somewhere we get it there. And that's the thing I think invisibility can do. It can make you visible if you are really invisible. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sheshadri. So finally, you were invisible sometimes and you are very visible many times. That's fantastic to know. So may we have Division A Director Subhashini? Division A Director Subhashini.
Hey, hi. Able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not able to come on BT.
Okay, fine. So would you like to take a topic?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So let me share this screen. Okay, so here's the topic for you. So the story of your first day to school or college or to work or to Toastmasters, whatever you remember as the most memorable one. Could you share?
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sridevi. First of all, congratulations everyone for your 125th milestone meeting. And thanks for the invitation. As Sheshadri sir said, there was a lot of follow-ups for me to attend the meeting. And so here I am. The first meeting for me in Dynamic Leaders Forum, I would say, and that is very memorable as well, the 125th milestone meeting. But if you want to share the first day of my school or college or whatever work I went to, I still cherish the first day of my college, you know. So I'm a person who always wanted to do something in the field of medicine because I was the topper in the biology in my school. So I just wanted to join something in the medicine, but my bad, I scored very low in cutoff, so I couldn't join MBBS. But even after a long struggle, I thought, okay, I'll get into BDS. Before even joining BDS, I thought, okay, let me try something else, and I joined BSc biochemistry, which was favorite for me at least. So actually I joined Etharaj College and I've been there for almost like 1 month, and I was nearing to my first month semester and all. My bad, what happened is like someone brainwashed my dad. So I had to go and attend the engineering counseling, and I got placed in a college, in an engineering college. And my first day to college was the same day I had the counseling for my BDS, which was my dream, but I couldn't go there because my dad already paid the fees for the college as well as the college bus. So the first day of my college was like everyone around me were full of laughters, but I was the only person who went very sad to my college. But I don't regret that. It because of the engineering degree that I got, I placed in a good company and I'm able to satisfy my needs of my family. And here I stand as a Toastmaster. So my take here is like whatever you do or whatever comes to you, please take it as such. Definitely you can win or get success in whatever field you choose to. So God will lead you the way. Please carry on with that way. That's it. And thank you for the wonderful topic. Over to you, TT.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subhashini. That was really insightful. Thank you for the good message as well. And do we have time to move on further?
I think you can end, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So that's thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be the table topic master and taking part in the table topics. I hope you all had a fun session. Thank you, and over to you, MC Toastmaster.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Sridevi Srinivasan. It was a new way of gifting virtually. Hope that we all meet together and share real gifts for real happening. Thank you on the fun session of TT. Now moving on to the questioning part. Do you all know the official duration of our national anthem?
52 seconds.
Perfect.
52 seconds.
52 seconds.
Yes, your answers are right. The official duration of our Indian national anthem is 52 seconds. Thank you on that. Our area director is someone who's a former scientist. She is an edupreneur, a passionate educator, and a researcher. She has been bestowed with Young National Award by the Zoological Society, Kolkata. She is also an author, 2 years as a Toastmaster, holding the honor of being the charter president of our very own club, Dynamic Leaders Forum. How many of us get that honor, right? She took up various roles at district level. First runner-up in the international speech contest at division level, and recipient of many district awards like Triple Crown, Pathway Celebrity, Pathway Mentor of Communication and Leadership. She serves as a current Area H2 Director. It is my honor and privilege to welcome Dr. Toastmaster Ashwathi Rajan. Over to Dr. Toastmaster Ashwathi Rajan. The virtual podium is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Perathu Selvi, for that beautiful introduction. Amalgamation, motivation, inspiration, synergy, and lots of positive energy. That's Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club for me. A very happy 125th milestone to all the Dynamic Toastmasters. Today, I'm here not only as an area director of Area H2, but as the charter president and a very proud member of Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club. It's not just a club, but an emotion that came into existence during the most difficult times of all, when the whole world was fighting against the trials and tribulations of pandemic. We decided to join our hands and come together and formed Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club. Today, when I look back, I feel so proud of the journey we have traveled so far. As a club, we have achieved so much, many awards and accolades. But I believe our best achievement is the camaraderie among all of us. Teamwork and collaboration is the essence of our club. And we believe in the value and the unique abilities of each and every member. And we motivate each other. That is the beauty of this club. But as they say, a strong building should have a strong foundation. So it is not possible to grow like this strong, without a strong foundation that is built with hard work, dedication, sincerity, and empathy. And on this occasion, this special occasion of our 125th milestone, I would like to acknowledge the valuable contribution of our club mentors who have nurtured this club and gave a very strong foundation to it. Thank you to our club's founder, sponsor, and mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Manju K. Manohar, for always being there for all of members. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Subramaniam, distinguished Toastmaster Durga, Toastmaster Jitendran, our senior Toastmasters like Toastmaster Suresh Malli, Toastmaster Irshad, Toastmaster Satya Narayan, who played a very important role in building this club. Thank you so much. And above all, my heartfelt thanks, my gratitudes to each and every member, each and every dynamic member of this club for contributing in its growth and success. And as I always say, let's learn and grow together. Thank you so much. Over to you, MC.
Thank you, Dr. Toastmaster Ashwati Rajan. I can see a very proud mother who feels very proud about their children. The reflection in your eyes, the spark in your eyes has told us that. As distinguished Toastmaster Manju K. Manohar always says, we as members of Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club are emotionally knitted so strong. That is the reason we receive here loads of appreciation and blessings from each and every senior-most Toastmasters. Thank you on that. Now, I would request Toastmaster Venu Alampalli to deliver the General Evaluators report. Over to Toastmaster Venu Alampalli.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Okay, my evaluation consists of two parts. The first part is report from my team. The second part is my evaluation on this meeting today. So let's start the report from my team. A timer, Toastmaster Renuka. Over to Toastmaster Renuka to present your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, everyone. I'm back with my report. For keynote speaker, DTM Rose Kirlan took 29 minutes 48 seconds. For table topic session, Toastmaster Nathan took 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Satya Aguilar took 1 minute 8 seconds. Toastmaster Janaki took 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Renuka took 33 seconds. Toastmaster Seshadri took 1 minute 57 seconds. And Toastmaster Subhashini took 2 minutes 33 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Renuka. Our next role player is a grammarian. Sorry, a ha counter, Toastmaster Abhinavya. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhinavya.
Good evening once again. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Sri Devi, distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, and Toastmaster Satyagila, who had not used any R's, fillers, or pauses in their speeches. Let us give them a big round of applause. Now, here is my complete counter report. Segment of arms, Toastmaster Satish used 2 pauses. MC, Toastmaster Perathu Selvi used 2 pauses and now 3 times. Toastmaster Venu, General Evaluator, used 2 pauses. As mentioned before, Toastmaster Sri Devi, Distinguished Toastmaster Nathan, and Toastmaster Satyagila didn't use any filler words or illegible words. TT speaker Toastmaster Janaki used 3 R's and more than 3 times, so 2 times. Toastmaster Renuka used 3 R's, so 2 times. Distinguished Toastmaster Seshadri used 2 R's. Toastmaster Subhashni used 2 R's and so 2 times. Thank you. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinavya. Our next role player is grammarian. Toastmaster Satya to present his report.
Thank you, Gentle Evaluator, Toastmaster Venu. I'm over the moon after hearing from our keynote speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Rose, our district leaders, division leader, area director, and it was overwhelming for me to make note of all the good usages here. I have done my level best. So Toastmaster Perathu Selvi used overwhelmed, charismatic, tranquil, insightful, gear up, emotionally knitted. Our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Aarti, used elated, prosper, taken aback, fertile, diligent, thrived. Our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, used leaps and bounds, pioneer, age is just a number, horizon, seed of hope. Our distinguished Toastmaster Rose used giants, rejuvenate, bloom, wisdom, majestic, over the moon, each one help one. Through the eyes, we feel the soul. Every moment is perfect. Don't wait for the perfect moment and impact the topic itself. And our division director, Toastmaster Sasi Dharani, used reeling, rivering, Toastmastering, laddership. Toastmaster Janaki used very hard to break the shell. Our distinguished Toastmaster Seshadri used chasing milestones to attend our milestone meeting. And our area director, Toastmaster Ashwati, used trials and tribulations, amalgamation, synergy, camaraderie, empathy, and so on. Fortunately or unfortunately, as I was over the moon, I couldn't notice any wrong usages today. So let us enjoy this celebration, and back to you, Gentle Evaluator, Toastmaster Wayne.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Satya. And now we are going with the auxiliary reports. The next role player is idiom master, DTM Nathan. Over to you, DTM Nathan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'm not, let me switch on my video. Yeah. I'm not exactly over the moon because the usage was not up to my expectations, but I'm reasonably satisfied. Yes, there were 8 usages. Toastmaster Sridevi used twice, Toastmaster Rose used twice, Toastmaster Sashi used once, Toastmaster Satya used thrice. In fact, there were some missed opportunities as well. For example, Toastmaster Aarti used the phrase extremely happy. She could have replaced it with over the moon phrase. In fact, many other Toastmasters had animated expressions of happiness throughout the speeches. They could have used the expression over the moon. As I said in the beginning, this usage is very familiar to all of us, but we do not use this usage as frequently as we must. I'm sure with this session, people would have reminded themselves about the importance of using this. And I urge each one of you to use this on your day-to-day activities as well, day-to-day conversations, where this is easy to express and people will also find it easy to understand. So with that note, I would like to hand it over back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nathan. Now, our next role player is a listening master, Toastmaster Irshad. What you, Toastmaster Irshad?
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Venu, for giving me the opportunity again. During the meeting, my wife called me and said, "You never listen to me. You know that you have to be here by 2:15, and you had 3 appointments since from 7 o'clock. Here I am playing a role of a listening master. You'll have to kindly excuse for that." So let's directly get into what are the questions we have. One is Toastmaster. One second. The TMOD was asking, what is the theme of the Independence Day, 75th Independence Day?
India first, nation first. Nation first,
always first. Wow. Okay, I didn't hear, who was that? Okay, whoever said, close to you. And district director, when Arthi came in, she said it took this many years from the story, from forest to the fertile land. Do you know that how many years that took?
5 years.
Okay, cool. And let's go back from the TMOD. TMOD, especially from the blue color in the Asuha Chakra. She said, what is that it signifies?
Progress.
Continuous progress of the country.
Wow, continuous progress of the country. Okay, cool. And the next one, PQD DTM Gayatri. When she opened the speech, she said one quote about freedom.
Freedom is not free.
Freedom is not free.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it looks like it all easy questions. Okay, let's little bit hard one, and let's see how you are not only the listening skill. We will look at your observation skill. When DTM rose, she was showing some photo, right? The small, when she was so small, she was sitting on lap of her sister. There, one year was written.
1958.
Who was that?
Janaki here, sorry.
Wow! I didn't expect, February 1958. Come on, okay. So, okay, let's go back to the out of syllabus or inside the syllabus, but it was not discussed exactly over here. Who are all the trios for District 120?
DTM Arti, DTM Gayatri, and DTM Mohankrishna.
Okay. Right. Okay, cool. And from our division director, DTM Sasi, she said one message, especially from also, he says, tree is what, river is what,
Rivering, Toastmastering.
Okay, great. And I think, let's get in. Let's see, what all the topic being discussed in the table topics. What was the topic given to DTM Sheshatri?
What will you do?
No, the same person should not be answering again and again.
What will you do if you're invisible for a day?
Come again?
What will you do if you're invisible for a day?
Okay, great. Okay, and I think that's pretty much, and I thoroughly enjoyed. And though first 5 minutes I was in travel, but it was a fantastic experience. But with this, let me hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Venu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irshad. Now, our next role player is a meeting observer, Toastmaster Anand. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
So Toastmaster Anand will be sharing his report after this meeting offline.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Thank you very much. No problem. Now it is a time for me to give a report on this meeting and planning, execution, and takeaways. I can say very simple, in the simple words, wow. It is just well planned, well executed, There's so many takeaways. I want to thank you, XCOM, all the members and committee members also. You formed the committee 1 month back. They are working since 1 month rigorously for these 2-hour sessions. And one more thing, which is we need to remember and appreciate the members, finding a time for a keynote speakers, district leaders on long weekend. It's not so easy to find a time, family time on long weekend. It's just because of your rigorous follow-up, the way you impacted them, the way you are given value, and the importance of this milestone meeting. That is really admirable. And it's a commendable job done by a committee and executive committee. The next is, I could see all the role players been, and they have done a trials. And the second thing is, all the role players, you kept one backup role player. The moment one role player is going, you're backfilling just like that. That's well planned. And I could not see even one hiccup in this meeting, entire meeting. And now coming to the meeting, the master of ceremony, the role player, just so energetic, and she professional handled with the ease. She handled the transition very well, warm introductions, and it could able to engage the audience, create a curiosity and warm among the members. The excellent job by this MC. Next, the many takeaways from all the leaders, keynote speakers, district leaders, and the role players. Everybody done an excellent job. And it's a memorable for each and every one. The people who are background, they got so much of experience. They can organize now any event in any platform, at any stage. They might have got so much of experience, and the very professionally managed event. Now, so this is my feedback about the meeting. And if I want to give one feedback, I want to give constructive feedback. Next time, please say, sure, any milestone meeting, not on the long weekend. Please ensure, because I supposed to drop because I committed. There's so much of pressure from family, neighbors, family for a time because I committed. Like this, many people might have committed 1 month back, but the last minute, right, we can't drop. So it is, we lose the, importance, the important milestone meeting, right? So we don't want to spoil the meeting. So next time you can ensure it's not in a long weekend. So that right now, that is the only feedback I want to give. Otherwise, well managed, well executed, well planned, and everybody have done a good job. And thank you. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venu Alampalli, for your feedback. Definitely, we'll inculcate all the suggestions and recommendations what you have said us. Gratitude plants little smiley faces on everything it touches. It is time now we acknowledge the priceless efforts of people who took their precious time out of the Sunday noon to be with us to make this milestone Wasqui Centennial Session historic and colorful. Now we have the display of e-certificates. Toastmaster Satish. For playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Perathu Selvi. Toastmaster Sridevi Srinivasan for playing the role of Table Topic Master. Toastmaster Venu Alampalli for playing the role of General Evaluator. Toastmaster Abhinavya for playing the role of accounter, Toastmaster Bindu for playing the role of Zoom Master and Associate PR, Toastmaster Pragadishwar for playing the role of Zoom Master, Toastmaster Satya Agila for playing the role of Grammarian, Distinguished Toastmaster Nathan Subramanian for playing the role of Idiom Master, Toastmaster Renuka for playing the role of Timer, Toastmaster Irshad for playing the role as Listening Master, Toastmaster Anand for playing the role of Meeting Observer, and all the important person who were behind the screen. I would like to thank Toastmaster Padmavati and Toastmaster Vaishnavi, and special mention to distinguished Toastmaster Manju K. Manohar for their tireless efforts. I thank each and every one for being with us. Your gracious presence means a lot to us. Thank you all. Now it's time to hand over the virtual podium to Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, President, Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, MC, for the wonderful compilation of the meeting. So before going into my PO address, I would like to especially mention our milestone chair, Toastmaster Padmavati, for her great efforts for conducting this meeting as a great success. I request the Zoom Master to spotlight Toastmaster Padmavati. And I'm a great round of applause for you, ma'am, for your wonderful effort, strenuous effort to make this milestone meeting a great success. Thank you. And also, I would like to mention Toastmaster Meenakshi, who has to be the MC for this meeting along with Toastmaster Perata Selvi, but unfortunately, because of health issues, she has to drop down. But she had given her great effort in compiling the MC's script. So I would like to mention Toastmaster Meenakshi as well, and a round of applause for her as well. Thank you. As Oprah Winfrey said, when we celebrate more in life, there will be more to celebrate in life. We have celebrated our 125th milestone meeting today. Definitely, we are going to celebrate more and more in Dynamic Leaders Forum Toastmasters Club, and this will be one charging point. Like how we have petrol bunks, a charging point when we travel on highway to make our car even more go even more faster. This is one charging point where we have charged ourselves, and we are going to move even more better, even more faster, full of joy. And I would like to call a few guests to share their views, to share some of words. Toastmaster DTM Thomas Abraham, sir, would you like to share a few words with us?
You're on mute, sir.
How can I say no to dynamic leaders? I was invisible as my gift to whoever else would have an opportunity to speak, because you've always given me an opportunity, and I love your stage, the dynamism, the energy. So that's the only reason I was invisible so far. You know, I was not one of those three wise men from the East, but I had the wisdom to notice your potential when I attended your first ever meeting. The academics background gives you such confidence. All of you spoke, so I still remember that. And then you have developed, you have taken on leadership roles, as many observant guests have said. I must say one more thing. If someone asks me, I want a good experience, a meeting experience, I give your name as one of the few clubs in the district. Well done. All the best to you. Many more milestones ahead for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You always enjoy whenever you come to a meeting, and definitely I hope you also enjoyed our meeting today. And Toastmaster Periana, would you like to share a few words with us?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Uma. It's a
so grateful to be part of this milestone meeting. I had and seen that energy is contagious, and I am seeing it truly happening here, that everyone is off the roof, and performance is touching sky heights. Kudos to all of you for your great energy that you all are keeping up. And milestone after milestone, I see the energy is pumping up more and more, and it is going further heights. I wish that happens in upcoming milestones as well. I wish you all the very best, all of your Dynamic Leaders Forum members. Thank you so much, and it has been enjoyable couple of hours here. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Toastmaster Anand, would you like to share a few words with us?
Yeah, it was a fabulous program. So lot of motivation. So thanks for arranging a great speakers from across the country. That was a benchmark of this today's program. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Uma, for giving for providing a great opportunity. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Anand. And guest Toastmaster Anand, would you like to share your feedback with us? Share a few words with us.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Uma. I think it's been a great 125th meeting for Dynamic Toastmasters. What I can see is all the speakers, they have taken immense effort to prepare for their roles, respective roles. Especially the Toastmaster of the day, Periti, she's delivered her speech flawless, and I'm sure she should have put a lot of effort. And I can see creativity in each of the role players, whether it was the table topics, the wonderful way of conducting the table topics. I can see a lot of creativity and also a lot of humor in their respective role players. And I'm sure these are some things which I would like to imitate in my club as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Pratibha, we would like to hear some words from you. Can you? Toastmaster Pratibha, can you talk? Okay, right. Attila Nabil, Toastmaster Attila Nabil, would you like to share a few words with us?
Hey, hello.
Yes, hi Nabil.
I would only be surprised if a Toastmaster session doesn't impress us, right? As usual, it was an awesome milestone meeting. As I said, I was very enthusiastic to attend this, and with the keynote speaker and all the list of dignitaries that you have invited, and definitely it has exceeded the expectations. And I'm really glad to see that a lot of ladies over here has rocked the show today, which is not something to phenomenally mention these days because ladies are doing great everywhere. But since we are celebrating our 75th Independence Day, this is something for us to look back how we were at the time of independence and how far we have progressed today is something to be lifted up and cherished. Definitely, I'm very zappy in mood and I'm over the moon over us rocking. Good luck, ladies, and best wishes to Dynamic Forum Toastmasters Club.
That was really so sweet, Toastmaster Navin. And Ramakrishna, Toastmaster Ramakrishna, would you like to share a few words with us?
Maybe nothing for now. Thank you. Anyhow, there was a great meeting. Anyhow, all the Toastmasters are rocking, going above the sky, moon, sun, star, everything. So, congrats to everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. DTM Rose. So, would you like to share a few words with us?
Are you addressing me? Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. I just wanted to share that you remind me of the time I asked my mother, what are we going to do when the hurricane comes because the wind was just blowing so hard. And she said, all of us must run to the bamboo forest and hold tight. She explained to me that the bamboo has such rooted into the earth and soil. There is nothing that can shake it. And we will be safe from the hurricane by holding on to the bamboo. This is what this club reminds me of. Nothing can shake you. You are well rooted. Your foundation is solid, and we can hold on together and continue to reach limits that have unthought of, undiscovered, unfathomed. So congratulations again. Thank you for having me. What an inspiration this meeting has been for me. It's been epic, so epic. I am just exploding, writing all kinds of notes, excited, and hopefully I'll be able to invite some of you to come and share virtually in Hawaii some of your good energy and your inspiration and motivation. Thank you for a wonderful meeting. I could not have been more blessed than to be here tonight from 10 p.m. to almost 1:30 a.m. this morning. Blessings to all of you. Happy Independence Weekend. Aloha.
Wow, that is the only word we can say, DTM Rose. Wow, wow for your wonderful dedication. Wow for your excellent speech today and staying with us till the end, encouraging us till the end. Thank you for joining us today. And now can we have one group photograph? Can we have every one of you have your camera on with a celebration icon as we are celebrating our 125th milestone meeting today? Let us have a celebration icon and can we have one group photograph? Thank you. I see DTM Seshadri has joined us back. DTM Seshadri, would you like to share a few words with us?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters Maheshri. See, I have been associated with this club for the past 1 year plus, and I know that the dynamism that is prevailing with this club, it continues to be on the higher side, not any bit down, I would say, in spite of the challenging times the club has formed, as put out by Aswati already. The club is growing by leaps and bounds. I've seen it grow like anything, and the innovation and the amount of counters you have than the normal Toastmasters club has. A listening master, a idiom master, and I think a lot of things are done innovatively by your club. And I see a lot of awards also, which is being honored by each of your members. So it keeps them motivated. I see Star of the Month is one normally the usually clubs give, but the motivational levels of your club is very high, and the club is an universal club, I would say, because you have members across the world, and I see across the country you have the theme of independence actually is very much visible because you have representation across the country. There were times when people were saying that at the time of pandemics, the clubs may have challenges, but this is the club which has prospered in the time of pandemic. That shows the dynamism, which is the forte of your club, which is the name as suggests it's dynamic leaders. You have come out very much dynamic from your challenging times. Kudos to all of you. As I was telling, this 125th milestone, a lot of people are chasing me to have my view on this, but I had to be out of station. I was not aware of this, and the last moment I made it actually. I was counting milestones after to reach Chennai to attend this meeting live. So thank you for inviting me. I'm really proud to be part of this meeting today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was so wonderful. So, a Chinese proverb says, celebration is nothing but the journey we travel. So this might be a feather on our cap, the 110th milestone, but the overall celebration is our overall experience on each and every meeting where we gather together, speak, talk, interact, learn, have fun, and everything. As we mentioned in our teaser video, this is the place where we can see where fun and learning go together, and that we are doing every week. And I'm so proud that I am the current president of this club and taking up this 125th milestone meeting. And thank you for giving that opportunity. So with that, I officially adjourn this meeting number 125 and I open this floor for networking.
Congratulations to all of you.
Ma'am, you should say congratulations to all of us.
Yeah, all of us. Thank you so much.